Margaret Sutton painted Untitled, Girl with Apple in the mid-1940s. This was an important time in Sutton's life, as well as the world at large. It was the midst of World War II, and Sutton was working as an aircraft drafter, as well as developing her artistic skills. By this time, she had lived in New York for several years, immersed in the modern art scene. The painting exhibits much of the same visual complexity common throughout her art, such as Untitled. Nose, lips, big eye, pinwheel, also found in this exhibit. The similarities can be seen in their abundance of colors, patterns, and thick lines. The forms are abstract, drooping, and surreal. The figures have exaggerated features. These elements of her work likely had several influences from the art world. In the summer of 1934, Sutton briefly studied under Morris Kantor, a Russian artist famous for cubism and abstraction. And from 1936 to 1937, she learned from German artist Hans Hofmann, one of the pioneers of abstract expressionism. Their influence, from the breaking down of forms and deconstruction of the human body found in Kantor's drawings, to Hans Hofmann's bold use of color, are reflected in the painting's dense patterns, bright colors, and curving figural shapes, which come together to create dynamic movement and a sense of the surreal. How is this sense of movement created? In the painting, a girl dressed in playful patterns holds an apple and sits on a ball. The curving lines of her body suggest life and movement in their fluidity. These sweeping curves separate organic form from the straight lines and geometric shapes of the background. The upper right corner is broken into triangular lines that draw the eye to a point, like the height of a circus tent. Circuses are a common theme in Sutton's work, as can be seen in Untitled, Blue-Eyed Juggler and Untitled Juggler, similarly surreal depictions of circus performers. These paintings were both made in 1944, likely around the same time Sutton painted Untitled, Girl with Apple. When it comes to patterns and color, the repetition between the girl's body and the background, blues and reds, circles and curves, connects her to her environment, evoking a sense of continuity within the painting. The apple she holds captures the eyes, and draws it to the center of the painting. The design in its middle, possibly an upside-down crown or fringe, adds a sense of mystery and the possibility of hidden symbolism. The yellow of the fringe design, the girl's hair, and the looping pyramid of her nose help separate and break up shades of blue and red, and complete the dominant palette of primary colors in the painting. The repetition of patterns, circles on the skirt, legs, and background, curved repeating lines on her sleeves and the vertical triangles, unifies the figure and her environment. Though some patterns within the background are curvilinear, within the geometric context they are more structural, and indicate the curving of a canvas tent roof. The skirt's looping pattern suggests ruffles, especially next to the negative space that comprises her legs, which convey the smoothness of skin or tights. Perhaps she is dressed in a circus costume? The negative space within the face and apple directs the viewer's attention to the strangely shaped nose and fringed design of the apple, while also providing a moment of rest for the eyes amidst the patterns of the hair, arm, and background. The negative blue space at the bottom of the painting is the floor, and its lack of detail encourages the viewer to look upwards and pay attention to the torso, face, and background, the areas of movement and excitement. This places the focus on the face and body, where the show is happening.